Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir SilentGods video. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the first, big boss encounter that we have, apart from the Child of Chaos, and that is the Green Dragon, which has the name of, let me actually open it and see if I can see the name again. Zmaragdis. It's, they're gonna have some interesting names. It's the one behind me, the Emerald Breath. So basically, this was the first one that we actually encountered as a bigger boss fight, and it's the first. I guess it's one of the first ones that is becoming a little bit more difficult to tackle. But what I want to show in today's video is the fact that if you have the right people and if you have the right gear and levels on them, it's not that big of a problem. It's not that hard to beat. However, you might not be able to beat it day one, okay? So definitely keep that in mind. If you just unlocked that today and you do not beat it, just do not get upset of like, oh my god, I'm stuck here, It's supposed to be a little bit of a challenge. So what I'm going to show you today is the team that I used, and after that I'm going to show you those builds. And for that, I'm just going to show you the recording. But if you can quickly have a look, we have 4 out of the 5 are free-to-play champions. Like, we all get them, okay? So we have Horus as the tank, we have Notira as one of the DPS, then we have the Adventurer as Fire, or Traveler, however he's named. He's usually getting different names. But we have him as Fire for extra DPS. Then we have Hexandra for the heal, which again, free champion. And then the last one that I used was Eli, which is a, it's a poison rare. But this slot can be anybody else. It can be either another DPS, or another healer, or another support. It can be like, anybody else. If it's, for example, another healer, you might be a little bit safer. If it's another DPS and it's just, a little bit more difficult for you, you might just have to swap the Adventurer and use him as Frost for extra survivability. So you're gonna see that, this fight looks pretty easy, but at the same time, it looks a little bit, scary / dodgy at times. However, it is good overall, and it's pretty easy. It was pretty easy as long as you have your people leveled up to a good enough level, and you have some decent gear on them. Because you know what? This boss actually hits pretty hard, okay? So he hits pretty hard, and he has it split into like two, he has his hits really interesting depending how you position your people. So normally you will see that there's like 2 halves of the board, okay? So on one half, he does AoE decreased defense when he does this swipe. That's a boom AoE decreased defense. And then when he does the other swipe, which is the side where I put all of my people, he does an AoE decreased attack. AoE as in like, half of the board, basically. You're gonna see when he does this one now, boom, decreased attack. So the way that you can try and work around this is see which one helps you more. Does it help you more to take the decreased defense, or does it help you more to take the decreased attack? For me, it was a little bit better to just take the decreased attack because, like I said, the boss hits pretty hard. And if you, if you have the decreased defense as well, there might be a pretty high chance that you're just gonna get killed. As soon as the boss does that decreased defense and he continues doing his basic attacks, which attacks all of your people, you're gonna die. So for my team, like I said, there's the decreased attack on this side. So the first part looks pretty easy. When the boss activates his, gets to his ultimate, he releases some of these, what's it called, birds, whatever they are, but they're actually helpful because while they are released, even if you do a little bit slower damage, it gives you time to heal back up. As you see, everybody is full HP. Before he did that, everybody dropped to low HP, and it looked a little bit scary, it looked a little bit dodgy. But he comes back after that, and you're gonna see that we're gonna kill him on the first thing, but that's not gonna be over. So if you get stuck on this first part, and you can barely pass it, trust me, you're not going to be able to finish it, because after you do the first fight, after you kill him once, he comes back, okay? He comes back, and he's going to come back stronger. As you see, he retreats, he goes there. I'm not going to let you see that part. He just powers up over here, and then he comes back again, and now he's a little bit stronger. He's going to have more HP, and he's going to do a little bit more damage. Not a lot, but a little bit more damage. And the fight continues, but his skills are a little bit different right now, okay? I think he does not do the decreased defense anymore, because before he still used to do the decreased defense, but once he gets to this side, he hits more and keeps doing AoEs, but at least he does not have the decreased defense. However, this hit that he just did now, can be a little bit RNG and can be a problem because it hits 3 times at random. So for example, if somebody's low HP and you know the bad RNG happens and he hits that specific one 3 times, they're gonna be dead. So you know, if you see that you can get to this part and you can, you know, you can just about survive, just rerun it. You know, rerun it up until you get the good RNG and you should be fine. Also, when he does this, okay, when he does his ultimate, like when he breathes in and you need to break the shield, if you see that you're almost there to do it, just save your ultimates, okay? Just save your ultimates, save all of your big hits, and as soon as he does that, that's when you activate them so you can break him, because if you do that, he's not gonna attack, and obviously it's gonna save you from taking a big amount of damage. But as you can see, my team is pretty good, it's doing pretty okay overall. We do manage to heal up pretty fast, but like I said, if I would have seen, for example, for me, that this team was a little bit scary, I would have just swapped my Traveler into the ice form, because that one will bring us the damage on the battle skill, which is pretty good damage, but on the ultimate he would bring us the shield, so that shield would give us a little bit more survivability, and yeah, that definitely helps. You see, I broke the shield the second time, he didn't kill us. We're looking pretty good. There was not a second in this fight that we look like, oh yeah, we're gonna die. Like only here, if 3 hits went into one single person, that might have been a problem. But again, they're not all 70s, but you know, close to that. And as you see, we defeated it. It wasn't that much. It wasn't that scary. It wasn't that big of a problem. And that's it. That's it for the first one. But keep this in mind, guys. After you do that, you're gonna unlock a weekly fight, which is basically the same boss, that can give us some scrolls. Oh, it seems like they changed this. So before, this one used to be every week you have a chance to get scrolls for rare heroes, for epics and legendaries. The higher you get, the higher the rarity. So I believe that because they introduced the page for legendary tomes, this is a lot better, because once we get to the last one, this is awesome. We're gonna check the shop as well, but what I want to mention again, this fight, after you do the one for the story, it's a lot harder. Trust me, it's a lot harder. You're not going to be able to do it. So for example, maybe week 1 you might not be able to do it, because it shows over here on attempt you still have 2 days and 12 hours to do it. My suggestion for stuff like this that reset every week, always try to do it as late in the week as possible, because you want to get as strong as you can. So for example, me, I might not be able to do it this week, but if I'm going to swap over to my legendaries and stuff, I'm quite sure I'm going to be able to beat at least the first level of it. So keep that in mind. If you don't beat it the first time, don't be upset, don't worry. It's going to reset, and then you're just going to have to wait to do it towards the end. Now let's have a quick look at the shop, because I'm curious. I'm curious exactly the prices. So if you go over to the shop, it's going to be the, let me see, Bard Banquet. Okay, so this is pretty good. I like the price, 350 for one of these scrolls, and they reset weekly. If we get to the last stage, that's between what was it, 1200 and 1800, so that would allow us to get all of these. It's a little bit harder for the Master Scrolls, but those ones you can buy with War Model. So I really like this update. This is amazing, because in the beta, I was struggling to get enough Scholar Scrolls for epics. I just did not have enough. I could not scroll up as many as I wanted. And for the rare ones, honestly, again, 100 per piece, that's definitely amazing. And some Starlight. Honestly, I would suggest just buy scrolls from here. Don't buy the Starlight, don't buy the gold. It's not worth it. Use all of these ones for buying the scrolls. Now let's have a quick look at the builds that add on those people, so that I can show you that, you know, they're pretty relatable. So first I have the Adventurer, the Traveler. I keep calling him Adventurer. He used to be Adventurer before, but I have the artifact for him that we get for free, the Elven Hunter's Quiver. Gives us attack, and then gives us a chance to proc derivative lightning damage. And then when it comes to the other gear, I just have, you know, rare gear. Just some random rare gear that I open, and this one you can farm just even like, you know, from stage 1 of the Grave of Venom. So it's not that hard to get. You see, I already started to have epic ones. I obviously did not want to use that. I wanted to test it with relatable stuff. So I have just, you know, rare gear on him. Then the same thing for Horus. This is something that I actually added after the fight. So I did not have artifact on 1, 2, 3, and I only had this I think on Eli, but Notira, Hexandra, and Horus did not have any of the artifacts. I just added these because I was testing something else, so they did not have that. Then when it comes to Horus, again, I do have gear on him, but this is from the Grave of Curse. Okay, so again, just 4 random pieces, whichever, like, you know, this one's flat attack, does not help him at all, but That's the best I had. Then HP percent, and then like some other stuff. You can even use all attack gear if you have. As long as, like, for example, let's say I would have an HP percent one, I could use that, because as you can see, the set bonus doesn't give us as much as just having straight HP percent. Then when it comes to Hexandra, I just went full attacks on her again, just stuff that gives us enlightenment, HP, attack, stuff that boosts her healing. For Notira, again, more damage. Again, I did not have this legendary artifact for the fight, trust me, because you would have seen the decreased defense. I did not have this, so I only had the rage set. Again, just like some attack, some HP, you know, basic stuff, nothing too crazy. And then Eli, same principle. I did have this one on him, which is one of the ones that you might, you know, you might buy early on from the rare artifacts, but it wasn't a massive boost. So even without this, it should be fine. And again, just rare gear. So that fight is the first one that you guys get stuck, but you can see it can be done. You know, you don't have to have exactly these ones, just look which is your best team. Okay, which is your best team. Try to have a combination of one tank, 1 2 DPS, and 1 2 heal. Definitely at least one heal, then another some sort of support. Like if you have somebody else that brings more decreased attack, that's gonna help a ton. For me, I only have a Horus, and this one honestly did not land too much, but having somebody that actually brings decreased attack could help you a ton. So yeah, this was the fight that I definitely wanted to show you guys. I hope this is helpful. I hope this gives you an idea on how to do this, especially for progressing the story. Okay, because first of all, you just want to beat it so you can continue these ones. Like I got stuck now over here, but you want to beat it so that you can get past this one. Okay, because actually it wasn't this one, it was this one. Okay, so you kind of got stuck on the defeat the culprit that corrupts the forest. After you get that, you unlock more stuff. You can just, you know, continue progressing, get more journey XP so you can advance and move on with the story. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this is helpful for you, and if it was, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.